Welcome to the ScanToPCC training video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use ScanToPCC to take a document from your scanner all the way into point-click care. Now there's three ways you can get documents into our system. The first is by your scanner. If that's not configured now, please let us know and we will work with your IT department to set that up for you. The second is via eFax. We don't sell eFax numbers, but we work with all the large HIPAA compliant eFax providers out there. And the way it works is when you would receive an eFax, it would show up in here automatically. So if you need help with that, please let us know. Last and not least is drag and drop. So if I have a PDF on my desktop, I can grab it and drag it and drop it right here and it'll upload. In about 30 seconds, that document will show up in my dashboard here. So let's move on, and we have documents that have been scanned from our scanners and they're in our app here. So what I would do is I would click the document name, and when I do, I'm going to see the document right here. The great thing about ScanToPCC is you don't need to update our system. So when you get a new admission or a discharge, or you make a change in PCC that we need to know to then make this document go to point-click care, our system will grab that automatically. So over here to the right, there's four things that PCC asks us when we're uploading documents. The first one is the effective date. That is this date right here. And by default, it's always going to be today's date, but you can put any date in there you want. The second thing is your residence name. Now this is a list of my residents. It's last name, comma, first name. The D is for discharge. There would be an A for active resident, and then the resident number. If you're using the pre-admission or waiting list features in point-click care, you will have an N for new. There's a couple ways you can scroll down and find your resident. I can also just start typing. So if I'm looking for Justin Morrison, I can start typing his name, first name, last name. I can even start putting in that resident ID number and it'll find that resident. The next one is my document categories. These are the document categories that are in point-click care currently. So when you go into the miscellaneous document tab in point-click care and you go to upload a document, all of those categories that you've set up in PCC will be right here. So you can do the same thing. You can just start typing the progress note if that's what you're looking for, and it'll find that category. If you add a new category in point-click care, it can take up to 5 minutes for it to show in the system. And then the very last thing is what you want to name the document in point-click care. So let's say I want to name this progress note Dr. John. Oops, John. You can add to that. It's going to automatically take the category name and start with that, and then you can add to that if you want. Then all I need to do is hit either upload in homepage, which will take me back to my list of documents, or I can hit upload and next, and that's going to take me to the next document in my queue. One thing I want to show you is, let's say, and this is a good example because I have a 12-page document here. Let's say in this document I scan 12 pages and 6 of them go to one resident and 6 of them go to another. Well, instead of using this menu right here, because I can only do this for one resident, I can go here to the scissor tool and it's going to show up like this. And instead of being vertical, it's going to go horizontal like this, and I can see my resident. I can pick my categories, and I can say page 1 of 6, and I can pick a different resident, and I can pick a different category, and I could say 7 of 12. A couple things on here. When I'm done, I just hit split PDF, and pages 1 through 6 are going to go to this resident in this category with this name, and 7 through 12 will go to this one, this resident, this document type, and this document name. Couple great things with this is, let's say it's an eFax that comes in and you don't want to use the first page. You don't have to use all the pages in here. I could start on page 4. And so pages 1, 2, and 3 are actually never going to get used. I don't have to use all of them at the other end too. So I could say page 7 of 8, let's say. If I can do 7 of 8. And pages 9, 10, 11, 12 will not be used. I can also overlap them. So let's say pages 4 through 8 go to Karina Bailey, but Jack Lloyd here also gets pages 7 and 8. It doesn't matter if they overlap or you don't use all of them. Whatever you put in here is what's going to get uploaded to the chart. And then all I would do is hit split PDF. That document is going to get broken into pieces and then sent to point-click care within 60 seconds. One other feature that I really like in here is, let's say this PDF is too large for PCC. We've all had that where we go to upload a document, point click care, and we get all the stuff filled out, we get it all ready, and we hit submit, and this little window pops up and it says, hey, that PDF is too big. You need to break it into pieces. Well, let's say this PDF is too large for point click care. When I go to upload it and I hit upload in one of these two buttons, it is going to take that PDF and it's going to size it however many it needs to get into point click care. So let's say this one needed to be broken into two pieces. When I go into point click care, you will see it, it'll look like that automatically. Part 1 of 2 and 2 of 2 will automatically be uploaded. So you don't need to break your PDFs into separate pieces anymore. If you ever need to delete a document, that's down here at the bottom. If you want to download a document, let's say I want to save this PDF on my desktop, that's this button here. This will delete a single page. So whatever page I'm looking at, this will get deleted right here. The difference between this delete button and this delete button, this one up at the top deletes a single page. This one deletes the entire document. So if I hit this little window pops up at the top and it says, are you sure? And I would hit yes, and it would delete that document. A couple other things real quick. If you are using eFax, you can go into this tab right here. And this is my fax number. So I'm going to just pretend like I'm going to fax it to myself. I put in the fax number it goes out to. I hit add a cover page. If you have one saved in here, it'll be right here. And I'm going to say Dr. John. Oops, I'm going to spell that a little bit better there. I'm going to say order. I'm going to say please review. My spelling is not good today. And then I have two options here. I can either send to eFax and delete the document, or send to eFax and send to PCC. So if I didn't want this document to go to point click care, I would hit this option. I do have the option also up here to get emails. So I can say email if there's an error, or email if it's successful, or email all statuses. So when this document is sent, if there's an error and I pick this one, I'm going to get an email. If it's all statuses, regardless of whether it fails or goes, I'm going to get an email. And then the last step, like I was saying, is you hit either send eFax and delete the document, or send eFax and send to PCC. So I can hit this. It shows me the document. I go in, I pick my resident, I pick my category, and I hit upload in homepage. Now that eFax is on its way out. If I go up here to the eFax tab, I will see my eFax Dr. John. Here's that one I just sent, and it's getting sent right now. So in the next few minutes, you'll have information on that fax right here. That is it for our training on the core parts of ScanToPCC. If you need anything or have any questions, a great way to get support is under the support tab right here. Thank you very much.